give a few seconds for the stream to start up, I guess. Alright. Given some time. Guess we're good to go now. I wonder if I can use a controller for this game. I don't usually play these games with controller though, so it's probably better not to. Let's go. Let's get this started. Now that all of the technical issues have hopefully been fixed, unless that froze. Okay, I can see the mouse move. The computer did not freeze and crash again, and then get held hostage by the Windows Update again. It was so fun. Alright, though. I like this track. Those synths sort of remind me of like Bomberman 64, the second attack, for some reason. Casey MXX and Luna. Might need to check them out after. Curious if they've got like a Bandcamp or something. It's interesting to do all of this at the beginning. Alright, this is WASD. I can use the movement keys as well. Usually I have those for turning the character. I guess we're on mouse for that. They have really good... That dress swish is like... Good. Take your tablet. Let's not take the drugs yet. This is hello, other person. You shouldn't go. You shouldn't go. Okay, that's not ominous. Oh. Tension. I do have to click. Helen, if you've already taken your tablet, please report to the dining hall. We've prepared a new task for you. The letter on the table of further directions. Remember, good girls take their medicine. Good girls do their chores. Good girls go home. That's not creepy at all. What the fuck? Good girls work hard. But bad girls like frogs get fucked. Yeah, that's not creepy. That already sounds like some kind of murder message. There's more. I hope I'm next. They picked you, Helen. So we just wait here to go home. How has no one realized something's extremely fishy here? Like this is not okay. It's like I want to go next so I can go home. It's like you're little. You should realize this is like some murder shit. You aren't probably going home. This girl's the smart one. She's like hiding away from the door. She's like, you shouldn't go. Like don't fucking. This is fucked up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, we took our tablet. I wonder what happens if you go without taking your tablet. Oh, you don't go home because you're not a good girl. That's right. And we got the door animations. Alright, do we go down the stairs? We go this way. I think there's more stairs this way. This is a pretty derelict old building. I don't know where we're not quite sure where I'm going here, but oh, it said I had instructions, right? On a table. I guess I should go find the table. Oh, there's something on here. A letter. Oh, is this the letter? A letter addressed to Martin M. Tatum. That sound you were hearing? The one at night in your dreams? That one that's been ringing in your head since our days in the trenches? It never went away, did it? Mine either. Okay, so we got some PTSD going on. Mine, it's starting to make sense. There's been this heat, oh god. I felt all the way in Scottsdale. It's been burning in me for months, filling my head with dreams. Beautiful dreams. They've been telling me where to go. Shar is worried I was crazy, but I've met others along the way. We've all seen it, all felt it. It's not some made-up illness they've given to us. Okay, so, okay, maybe that's not what they meant by it's something real. This beautiful machine, it opens doors. I've seen it in my dreams. I think I need to find it. I think it's where we're headed. This is something so much larger than I thought, Martin, than I could ever dream. Hearing the music just no, it's like, oh god. If your dreams have been speaking to you as well, then you owe it to yourself. Come to the address marked on this envelope. It's some manner that I've seen the eyes open above. Come with us. It's going to be so beautiful. Sincerely, Lieutenant Grayson Dobbs. Okay, that's not. Oh, I can run. Okay, that makes this a bit easier. Okay, I want to find this letter. It said to would tell me what to do. I might be back in here though. Oh, they locked it behind me. I'm not allowed back in. Can I? Okay, so it's this staircase. The glass staircase. I guess we go down here. Yeah, this place looks abandoned. I don't know how you could expect anything like, oh no, we're all gonna go home. Like this is alright. I said it was on a table. There's nothing on this table. So oh, this must be it. Letter. Helen, though your time here has been short, it is still important that you can be determined as reliable. We would like you to begin tending the front garden of the estate. Twice a day you will need to feed and water the flower bed. Feed the flower bed? As well as maintain the hedges. We're willing to trust this task to you, as you've been very regular in taking your medicine, where some of the girls are somewhat unreliable. You can't expect your parents to want you back if you're unreliable, can we? Okay, so either we've been kidnapped or we've been dropped off by parents. To dissuade the others from running around outside, we have hidden the key beneath the downstairs piano. Please return it when you're done each day and be sure to let none of the other girls see you. You're a good girl, Helen. Oh, that's so creepy. I hate it so much. Okay. We gotta go tend to the garden. Means I gotta find this piano. The music's really ominous, but it doesn't actually feel too horrific yet, but I guess that's because, like, nothing's happened. There's not, like, a monster running around yet. I'm sure something's gonna show up. We're gonna, like, something has to start. Right? Oh, wait, I can hear the piano. Is someone playing it? Maybe that means when I find this piano, everything goes... Well, that's the front door. The keys for it. Oh, I just heard the piano turn off. Someone was playing it. Oh no! Oh no! This is very Silent Hill. Locked door, locked door, locked door. I heard it slam shut. I don't like that. A journal. Edward, at last returned home from the Great War. I give thanks to the Lord for his safe return from Germany. To think that just days before he was ripped from me to be a doctor in the war, we were married. He's returning to his job at Queen Mary's Hospital in London. Okay, so it's a doctor. There's a doctor involved. That's not a good sign. What a dreadful drive it is back and forth, day in and day out. With the epidemic that's been plaguing the country... Oh, so this is after World War I, because that must be... Oh, what is the timing for playing this game? Because that's got to be Spanish flu, right? Well, I worry for his health. God willing, he'll be alright, as he helps his poor souls. My husband hasn't been the same... Oh, yeah, so I can actually see the year. I didn't even notice that at the top. Yeah, it's 1918. Oh, God. My husband hasn't been the same since he went back to work. For weeks he's been spending more time in the basement than the rest of the house. He doesn't even come to bed most nights. I sometimes find him asleep down there, in his lab, asleep on his desk, and during the day no less. I asked him if he himself should visit hospital for a checkup, but he brushed off, saying how he's a doctor and how he knows better than me. I can't help but fret, though. He barely touches the meals Maria makes him. He used to love her cooking, so very much. I fear she and the rest of the hired help are worried as well. The world is to know anything of me from this journal, let it be that I have always been an understanding wife. The love I felt for Edward in all our years together has never waned, not in the loneliness and uncertainty of the war, and not in the new growing void between us, this void of obsession. As many fears as I've had, I've always put the rational aside when I heard him assure us that these experiments were necessary, and that they were going to repair what faith his colleagues once had in his ideas, perhaps even save the lives of so many more that still suffer the horrible affliction. Spectacular I thought that as that might be, his words were all I had during the war, and they're all I have now. The faith his promises provided me, however, is becoming too worn to be of any comfort. Though it was far against his will, I've been privy to the growing scope of his work for a while now. I don't think reading this makes us a good girl. What started off as the same treatments and experience that I've followed him through for years has become something else entirely. Large, horrible structures have been his focus for some time now. They look as mechanical as any transport I've seen, but their shapes are much more innate. The iron that holds their frames has been carved so deliberately with hellish shapes, though they resemble something I'm beyond being able to describe exactly what. To call these metal shells sinister would be admitting I even understand what they are and what they're supposed to accomplish. This is far from any medicine that I've known him to practice, but he continues with his cold deferring responses. His distance only seems to widen from his work, and from the sciences that he swears by, but I can only sit as idle as I can, swearing some hope that his plans are going as he says. It is hard to ignore the things I'm hearing in the night, the murmurs of the help as they come to me for some kind of assurance, expecting that I know my husband's actions half as well as a good wife should. I have nothing for them but the promises that he gives me. He's a doctor. He knows what he's doing. Nothing I say to them can be said in confidence anymore. I may be an understanding wife, but there are limits to even my understanding. Alright, doctor's losing it. That's not a good sign. Where is this piano, though? I can't quite find it. This feels like it might actually be fun to speedrun. Like, it feels pretty fluid. Yeah, that's the front door, right? Yeah. Okay, let's check this door. That's the door I came from. There's a door here, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So grand piano's not over here. That was locked. Is any other doors over here? No. It said it was on the main floor. Oh, okay. There's a little... Is that not a door? It's just a window. Is this not... Okay. I guess that's not a door there. Where... I'm confused. Where is this grand piano? I heard it playing and it turned off, so I thought I was going the right way, but... Has to be in one of these rooms, right? This is the room with the diary, right? So I don't think the piano's in here, because I don't remember seeing it, but... I guess I'll double check. Oh, it is in here. Oh. I completely missed it. I guess I was looking for something a bit more grand. Move the entire piano for the key instead of just grabbing the key from underneath. That's a... Alright, go out front now. That should be the key for here, right? You've unlocked it. Let's go to the gardens. Nothing can go wrong in the gardens. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? It's just a random jump scare. It just zoomed in on her face and screamed. Day 2. What the fuck? That's not Silent Hill at all. Silent Hill doesn't do jump scares like that. What the fuck? I wasn't expecting jump scares because it's like, oh, it's like survival horror, Silent Hill. Yeah, fuck that. No, you aren't. Gonna throw some fucking jump scare at me. That was good timing though. I'm just like, what could go wrong in the garden? Ah! I swear I didn't know that was gonna happen, but also fuck this game for that. I don't like jump scares, not because they're like scary, but like it's more of a shock, less of a scare, if that makes sense, right? It actually ruins horror moods for me because it's just like a scream. It's loud. It hurts my ears. It's bad. All right. Betty, if you've already taken your tablet, please report to the dining hall. If prepared to need task you, the letter on the table or further directions. Good girls take their medicine. Good girls do the chores. Good girls go home. No. So it's Betty now. What happened to the other girl? Did we already take our medicine? We'll be a good girl. We'll take our medicine. I don't know. Does it change if I don't, or does it even let me out? These sounds from last night? It's pretty weird. Okay, wait. There's less girls. There were... Is there just one less girl, or is there 2 less girls now? So what's her name's already gone, so... The glass is empty. To remember about your parents. Helen didn't make it far. Don't believe what they're telling you. What do you mean she didn't make it far? Wait, what do you mean by that? Helen didn't make it far? She didn't make it out the door, apparently. What does this other girl know about this? Like, we're Betty now. Betty. Does the stuff up here change, or is it the same? I like the sound design for this right here, though. Like, I guess it's supposed to be the rain. Okay, so yeah, that's gone. So I guess the stuff changes each day, so I should check with each. Right to the dining hall. Let her read it. Early this morning, a package arrived to you from an unconfirmed courier. The manor cannot be expected to assume responsibility for such a delivery, but as a courtesy, we are informing you to retrieve it. Please do this immediately, lest something happen to your delivery. That would be a terrible shame, especially from your mother. Okay, so we have to. I guess the package is out front. It doesn't say where the package is, so I guess I have to go looking. I'm gonna check this back corner again. They did actually do a good job of modeling like different characters for each of the girls, even if it's all the same dress, but I guess doing the same dress is helpful, and it seems like they're supposed to be being used as like help around the house, so maybe it's like a uniform. It's a creepy uniform if it is. Is this the package here? Oh no, it's a journal. The great many things that I've been able to overlook in my role as lady of the house. The awful sounds, the confusing orders my husband has given the help, the smells, oh the unholy smells. None of this is terribly unfamiliar to his work, though the extremes of which he is willing to push my familiarity with medicine is the reason he is starting to make me think he himself is losing touch with reality. What I haven't been able to ignore is the heat. Many nights I've laid awake in my empty bed, simply watching the window as this terrible heat overtakes my body. Not a heat that can be felt in the air, but something more intense, almost like a fever, but not quite. Oh, they were all talking about some heat. Oh, I see drugging her? Is that what these drugs are? But not quite, as it doesn't radiate from me, merely finds its nest in my body, burning for hours on end. Nothing I do seems to fight off this sensation. No medication I find from Edward's records, no salve or application I can find. I've taken to simply shedding my sleeper and staying out into the night, hoping it passes. Oh, did that skip a page? As much as I want to believe that this is merely my mind deceiving my body, the determinate nature of this illness coincides far too closely with the continuation of Edward's perverse sciences, if they even are to be considered sciences anymore. The longer I permit him to continue his work, the further away his is drawn into it. I have no proper recourse. This is our life, and I'm as responsible as he is at this point. I've come to understand that whatever he's come to study, whatever this illness is, it certainly isn't what he'd once fought to cure. It's taking its toll on his body as well as his mind, and I fear our housekeepers are starting to feel the similar dread, be it this illness or something more akin to dread. Beyond that, the night skies had such a terrible glow as of late. Were I a more superstitious one, I may perceive this as some kind of omen of ill fate, but I am as married to the rational world as I was when I met Edward. Still, a greater part of me wishes he were here during these horrid nights. He used to be able to comfort me. I would be able to see this terrible glow and talk it away as something beautiful. Maybe that beauty is gone. Maybe my husband is gone. Okay. This is locked. This is locked. Oh, do I need to get the key again? Alright. I should be ready for jump scares, which is kind of annoying. I didn't want to go into a game that was just jump scares. But it is what it is. Any packages here? Why is the camera angle not changing? No packages. No packages. So we moved into the corner. Huh. So the key wasn't put back, it seems. So I guess we just go out the front door and hope we don't get jump scared again, and whatever happened to her happened to her. We don't really know. It just kind of... Oh, that's a lot of blood. I think we know what happened to her. Oh no, that's the carpet. Holy shit. I thought that was blood for a second because it's all like... It's covered in mud and rain, I guess. But I thought that was blood for a second. Maybe it's supposed to look like that to trick you. Is there going to be another fucking jump scare? No. Okay, no jump scare this time. We actually get to come out here. So we made it farther than the last girl. Just so... Why would you have a sofa on a porch? Alright, where's my package? Where's my package? I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Maybe not. The gate open. I might have missed something back there. I thought I was going the wrong way, so I wanted to go that way to, like, explore, but now I'm thinking it might be the right way, so let's go back quickly. Let's check some of these corners I ran down. Back in here. There's nothing in this corner. There's a door here. So that's probably the door to the basement they were talking about. Alright. Where's my package? I want my stuff. Oh, this is a big yard. Oh, wait a second. It's a very big yard, and I am running out in the rain. There's a hedge maze, which is where the other girl is supposed to look after. Do I have to go through the hedge maze? Oh god. That's never a good sign. Why do I have to go through a hedge maze to get to the front of the house where my box thing should be? I see a fence this way. I guess fence went instead. Oh no, there's a turn here at the end. It's an actual hedge maze. I'm gonna do the turn left every time I can thing. Left here. I'm going down this way, I think. I think I can go down this way. Camera's not changing though. I guess not, okay. It's gonna be awful if I have to actually like go for a run and like run from someone in here. Oh, okay, going left worked. It's a package. Carry it back inside? Yes. Okay, jump scare? No jump scare. Alright. We went left every time, so I guess we go right every time. Oh, is this a jump scare? Oh no, the rain stopped. How nice. Now I'm not gonna get soap. Wait, if they knew a box came, why didn't they drop the box off? Like, why didn't they bring it in when they saw it came? Now, let's see if this is a faster way. I'm waiting for something in here to jump out at me. This is back this way. This is... Okay, so we loop back here, so we go this way. Oh no, there's drums going. There's angry drums going. Oh, I know where we are now. I don't like these drums. I don't like this one bit. Wait, what? Where's this camera angle? Is this not? Oh my fuck, okay. I'm certain that was the right way because I remembered that path on the way there. That should have been down the far back, but I guess it changed to force you to have to go back and run into whoever the fuck that red thing was. What the hell? I knew he was coming. I heard the drums, but ugh. No, we do not take our tablet. We are not a good girl. No more. We'll talk to out. Dorothy, if you like taking a tablet, please report to the dining hall. If you any task for you, the letter on the tent. Please want further directions. Are they just seeing things because they're taking it? We're the last two, I guess. I guess so. Fuck the tablet. We're not messing with no tablets today. Alright, so there's some red demon thing out in the... maze. The sound design in this is very good. I have to give it that. I'm kind of sad it went to, like, these jump scares, but at least the sound design's really nice. It's just... I wonder if it's gonna do something because I didn't take the tablet. I wonder if that changes anything. A letter. Read it. We have begun entering the later year, and as such, our daylight hours are getting shorter. We'll be entrusting you to light all the manor's candles before nightfall, as well as snuffing them out in the morning. It's a large responsibility, but we trust that you are more than capable of it. We all must do our part here. You're such a responsible young lady, Dorothy. Surely your family will be glad to have you home. Fuck off with that ring of keys. Yeah, let's take the keys. So I have to go light the lamps? Or do I like... No, that's a vase. That's not a lamp. So I guess I can start unlocking some of the rooms that have been locked. I wonder if those sections play out differently if you don't take the drug. I've unlocked it. Ooh, it's a kitchen. What's in here? Box of matches? Yeah, we'll take it. I guess we need those to light the candles, right? Light the candle, yes. Ooh, I like the color design on that glow. That really nice orange. That's cool. The green it makes everything. Oh, I don't like whatever that sound was. Oh, it's the box. It's a wet box and there's green. The contents are removed. Okay, so the box made it back, I guess. Porch, but it's closed. Just gonna go round, light the candles. Maybe I should do the upstairs bedroom first, because I feel like the jump scare is gonna happen while down here. Oh. Maybe I spoke too soon. That seems to be coming from the upstairs bedroom. Maybe I don't want to fucking go over to wherever the hell that is. Oh, I love that yellow glow. That's really nice effect. Okay, so I don't want to go, not because I'm scared of what's happening, but because I just hate jump scares. Like, they aren't... They're so cheap. Oh, well. Light the candle. I wonder if you have to light them all for the thing to trigger whatever is gonna happen, or if you can just like not light them. All these vases look like lamps, but it's 1919, so I guess. Oh, I can't unlock that one. Alright. I can unlock this one though. Let's check out the room layout. That was an interesting camera angle. There's a big window right into the washroom so you can watch the tub. There's something here. A wet note. Read it. Yes. And the Lord saith unto me, Go out into the masses and preach my word, for the kingdom of heaven is but a lie. Indeed, 'tis a lie, a lie. The God of our forefathers is dead, and in his place we will awaken our new Lord, our better Lord. From below, below we will arise. Arise and take the smoldering world of man. My brothers and sisters, our salvation lies in Dr. Edward Sullivan, prophet of the new world, for our lives do we owe to him. Okay, so it's some Satanist bullshit. Alright, Satanists, come and get me. Come and get me. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Satanists ain't got shit. There wasn't a candle in that room to light, right? I didn't see any. Okay, we can loop back around. Is there a candle in here? Nope. Back upstairs we go then, to that one room that's probably going to get us killed. Let's actually not do that room first. Let's, it's getting nice and dark. There's another room, right? Is this the bedroom or is this the balcony? Okay, that's the balcony. It is still locked, so I guess we go to the bedroom. Alright, jump scare time. Come at me. Ready for you. See the light underneath. First aid kit, heal yourself. Do I need healing? Oh, really? A journal, read it? Yes. A crowd of strange men and women have been congregated outside the mansion for days. There must be at least 20 or more of them. They all have almost glassy eyes and the palest skin. They don't seem to eat nor drink, nor do they react to the bitter winds outside. They stand about shuffling here or there. Okay, so maybe there's Satanist zombies? Sometimes they sit, sometimes they sleep, but mostly they just stand, trying to look inside the windows or knock on the door. Bartholomew and William, have I quit because of it? I can't pretend to blame them. Bartholomew and William are smart. They saw the horror fucking tropes and they're like, we're getting out of here. Can't blame them. I've asked them what they want and they just tell me they want to see Edward. Why do these people want to see my husband? He won't even see me, let alone strangers. I've only seen him once since August. Okay, so about 2 months. He was moving boxes through the back door of the manor. He yelled at me to get away, and I did as he said. I'm afraid I've nowhere to go. Should have gone with Bartholomew and William. My god, I heard gunshots, not from outside, from the basement. 6 shots and agitated yelling from my husband. I and the servants, brave enough to venture out of their rooms, rushed to the basement door and called to him. There's a terrible banging at the door, and then 4 more shots. I heard something fall down the stairs before my husband screamed at us to get away. He almost sounded scared, or worse, relieved. I can't just keep pretending that there's something I can salvage from this. Whatever he's doing is only growing in scale. And that horrible hum from his damn machine is merely the chorus to this tragedy that I now call our life. God, Edward, please. Maybe what I knew of my husband and his work was always a lie. I want to believe that something changed in him, perhaps during the war, perhaps in his need to find an end to this plague, as we understand it. We used to speak of all kinds of things for our future. It may be as simple, perhaps even idealized, but they were a dream that we could both see so clearly. I can't seem to see that dream anymore. That world is buried beneath nothing but the agony I felt when I last saw his cold, dead eyes not far removed from the gangs of shambling lunatics that gather at our doors at all hours. Perhaps there is a new illness that I, nor any of our help, has heard of. It's not as if I've had the opportunity to leave this prison in so long. The whole world could be entrenched in another great war for as far as I could know. A prison, that's how far from those dreams of the future I've gone. The home that we were to grow together has become nothing more than a prison that I live a waking nightmare in. Perhaps that waking nightmare is preferable to the ones I see at night. On the rare occasions the heat doesn't return, shaking my every fiber awake. There's no doubt in my mind that he can no longer see the future we once spoke so wistfully of. I doubt he can see much of anything anymore. Nothing beyond that hellish engine he's brought into our home. At first I'd been able to ignore the abominable sins that my husband had brought into our home, but with each night there are new terrible sounds, some mechanical, some horribly human, all completely unnatural. I am no doctor, nor shall I ever hope to become one. But the godless acts Edward has begun participating in, and the droves of mumbling madmen that now gather our yard in some kind of perverse congregation, tell me that there is no longer a hope in my heart that my husband is in any way more a man of science. If there were such a hope, it died with whatever abominations he has taken to shooting in the dead of night. I no longer know if I fear my husband, but I'm certain that I fear whatever the thing that has replaced him is. Edward has allowed himself to be taken to hell, and I will doubtlessly be forced to follow. Just leave. What's over here? Yeah, it looks like a lamp. Apparently it's a vase, because... Light the candle. Jump scare? There it was. It's coming. When I open this door to leave, jump scare. Jump scare. Jump scare. Do I go back to my room now? Jump scare. It's got to be coming, right? Okay, I must have missed a candle somewhere. Jump scare. Jump scare. Maybe in the main lobby. Oh, chandelier. Here it comes. Wait, did the chandelier just fall on her? I guess that's not a jump scare. That's That's just unlucky. There's whoever this thing is, but I was so ready for the jump scare, and then it's just like, oh no, the chandelier has fallen, and I cannot get up. Alright, so it's just... I have a flashlight? I have battery? Wait, but the year this is... What? I guess we had the megaphone speaker. No one has called for me. I am alone. I like having the flashlight, though. It's locked. Okay. And then what do I do if it's locked? Is there a key? We're down to the last girl. The one who seemed to know something. Which bed is mine? Do I take your tablet? No. I didn't take it as the last girl either. Maybe I should have. Glass is empty. Ooh, maybe that's what it means for like the glass staircase. It's referencing the glasses being empty one by one. Look at that. Apparently it says the other girl did take hers, even though I didn't. Okay, I guess I have to take my tablet. I can't do anything else. Oh, okay. We're hiding, guys. We're not taking them. Lockpick is under my pillow. Takes lockpick? Yes. Okay, this girl knows what's up. This girl's here. She's like, damn. Horror shit, let's go. Okay, the question is, do I go back to that bedroom or do I just go straight for the door and try to get out? Do we explore or do we run? Oh, there's stuff here. There's just a rifle on the floor. Yeah, I'll take a fucking rifle. Letter. I left the rifle like we talked about. You have to kill it tonight. The door to the laboratory is under the porch. Okay, so I've been planning this with someone, apparently. So we have to get under the porch. Can I go out here now? I have a lockpick. Nope. Do I check this room? Do I check the bedroom? Oh, it's the first aid kit in here, right? I need to remember that, I think. Alright. Let's fucking go. We got our rifle. I don't know how to shoot it. I don't know what the key is. I'm guessing it's secondary trigger, so I'm just gonna try that. Whenever I see whatever I need to shoot, and maybe I'll die. We auto-saved at the beginning of the day, so night, I guess. Alright, to the basement. Who left us the rifle, though? Maybe the wife? If she's still alive? I haven't seen her at all. No. There's the chandelier. Maybe it's one of the other girls still alive. Oh, maybe that's what is in the box. Maybe the other girl ordered the rifle. Alright, last night. Let's check out anything I can see through the window. No, okay. That's a cool camera angle, though. Okay, is there anything in the kitchen? I gotta get under the porch, so I think I want to go through the back door here and not through the front. We take the kitchen. Nothing in the kitchen. This is where the box is left, and there's a door to the porch, so. Yep, the box. Right, so there's big doors to. Okay, I can't unlock this door. So I was wrong. But this comes back out where the other door went anyway, so we'll just. May as well check all the rooms. I feel like whatever's gonna happen, because I'm going to the basement anyways, I feel like it's not gonna happen until I get to the basement. Let's just see if we can find any sort of more plot stuff. I didn't like the way they did the jump scare. I do kind of like the way they've slowly just barely shown more and more of the monster. Like the first is her face, it's like, oh no! And the other girl you just see for an instant when you run back into her, and then the last one you see dragging up, so it like slowly gets closer and closer and stuff. I think that's kind of neat. That's still locked. Is this still gonna be locked? Oh no, this one is not locked. Did I check this room already? I don't think I did. This is the one under the bedroom. The other bedroom. Oh no, this is the bathroom. Anything new in here? Doesn't look like it. So it seems because the candles were all lit and haven't gone out yet, this is probably the same night as the other girl's taken, so maybe we'll find her again. Though she was definitely taken. She wasn't under that chandelier anymore. I like seeing the glow from the windows where it's lit. That's kind of cool. Alright, all the music stopped. That's kind of unnerving. I said under the porch. So I guess that's this room. It's unlocked now. Okay. Oh god. Here's the descent into hell. Oh, this looks like a dungeon. I still don't know how to shoot this gun. It's kind of awkward not knowing that. Oh, this is a very long hallway. Oh. Oh no. A letter? Read it? Yes. My suspicions we not only confirmed but completely validated by my final discovery last night. The Zealots were less than happy to come to realize my line of questioning hadn't ceased even after several more months of my experiments. The hierarchs took to keeping me as content with research material as possible, hopefully to keep me stimulated, perhaps too much so to ask my questions, while the radiant heat from the engine slowly cooked away my mind and warped my body. It's quite unfortunate for them that these walls are my walls, and that I know where to get anywhere I need to in this manner. This is what led me to finally listening in on one of their perverse sermons. The things these madmen ramble on about would give a man pause, but hardly make him listen far beyond that. I've been far too close to these happenings for far too long to not listen, though. Listen and understand. They spoke of their great God in the machine. They spoke of how it communicates through their dreams, as it had with me, showing them prophetic visions of the future. They speak of the day the machine has finally fed the blood of the last innocent. Is that us? They speak of the blood-red sky opening to their lords, the convergence of the two worlds, the legions of our fallen that will return to herald in the reconnection of the true world throne, and its law that will fill every city of man, and that their own bodies will begin ascending in their holy vessels. Everything I've been seeing has been given a new context, and I realized that I had been betrayed. Every single thing the entity had told me had been a means to complete the bridge, Cain's terrible staircase to his gods. Were I a weaker man, perhaps my mind would have been so gone as to this news mean nothing to me. But the truth is before my eyes. I will bring the devil to this world if I allow the machine to continue running. The more blood I spill, the closer I get to ending it for all of us. The maniacs seem to have yet to notice how suspicious I've become, which will work to my advantage. It will take no time to disable the devices that power this hellish engine, and hopefully even less time to destroy it. My body may be changing the same as all the others, but my strength is far from gone. If I can truly dismantle the device, then I may have some chance at salvation. This will take some time, but if I am left to my devices as I have been, then I will have the time to tie up the loose ends that may be left in this research and plan for safe passage. Oh, my darling Juliet. Oh God, Juliet, my wife, how I have betrayed her. If she still even resides in this hellhole I have created for us, then I must tell her the truth, seek some kind of forgiveness. Though my acts may have been as evil as any lunatic's, let it never be said that I stopped loving my Juliet. I will save her from this future. I will end this all myself. I just need enough time to put this in motion. Please wait for me, love. Let me be the man you know I am. To the care of Dr. K.H. Hauser. Okay, so there's something up here. Maybe I should go look at it. We're in a dead end though, so maybe it's fine. First aid kit? Okay, I don't need to heal myself. I haven't been hit by anything yet. But that's another one we know its location of now. Which is good. Okay, there's a door here. And this seems to loop off somewhere. Does this loop back around? Oh. Okay. There's a light in there. And there's another door. Okay, let's go through this door. I'm out of here. I might have missed something, but... maybe the doctor left me this stuff. Oh, it's... there's something in the corner there. Let's look at the row of bodies first. That's a lot of bodies. Okay, let's go see wherever the fuck this thing is. I'm gonna probably die here, but... oh, is this the other girl? Dorothy? She has a knife. Oh my god, wait. Wait, fuck off, I can't... oh my god. Why is this so hard to aim? Is she dead? Where'd she go? oh my god, this camera angle's terrible for this. Oh my... okay, I died. What the fuck? That's actually really hard to aim. And then, like, you died. That camera angle is terrible. Do I have to restart that whole night over? Where was the last save? Vague Scenario, LLC. Okay, wait. I do like this VHS aesthetic. Okay, let's continue. I think I start this night over again, but that's okay. I wonder if she doesn't kill me if I had her take the drug. Do they all become murderers if you don't give them the drugs? I don't know, but she's naked and running around with a knife and ready to stab me, and I don't like it. Alright, speedrun time. We know where to go. We checked the other places. She took like 3 bullets to the head and didn't go down. That was kinda... okay, we read that already. Let's go. I'll check out the other rooms first before I get to her this time. Okay, so we went the other door. This time we'll go this door. We'll see what's in here. Or did I just go in the same door? Or does it just loop around? It might just loop around. Somewhere. Well, this is definitely... This is a statue, right? A realistic statue. Yeah, okay. There's a door here. There's a bunch of stuff here. Okay. There's too many different places to go now. I know where Dorothy is. He's gonna try to stab me to death. This is safe. Is this a thing? A letter, yes. I've been told that the war has affected many men in interesting and terrifying ways, and perhaps I'm less exceptional than I may have assumed. Sleep comes in small, unaccomplished sessions, leaving me all the more strained in my daily life. Though I fear that my exhaustion is far from the main reason for my disconnection and lack of focus, my practice suffers. My research is all but flattened into nothing, and I may truly have nothing to show for it. For all the fears I've had that my life would end in those trenches, I feared all the more that Juliet and I would never be able to find the solace we once had together. Through all the frozen nights and terrifying days filled with the blood and viscera of my countrymen, it was really the only thing that gave me any hope that this would all amount to something. And what of the motivation, completely squandered, proven to be as fleeting as my own fidelity? I returned from the horrors I witnessed only to feel nothing in the home I left and the comfort of the arms of but a girl in my Mana's employ. Oh, he's cheating on her. I can't even begin to hold this weakness against Maria, and much less Juliet. Was the first girl Maria? Or was it a different girl? But ever since I returned, there's been something in me, something that wasn't there before. That newfound mental peculiarity may very well be responsible. As my sanity first started to prove unreliable, as I began to recognize the faces of the men that were held together under my knife and the will of God during those horrible days. Some men I'd met on the long voyages to the fronts, some I knew more personally. Once I'd spent well past 4 hours working on the shredded chest of a young man caught in the blast range of artillery. The operations had felt so mundane that it wasn't until I was sure we'd lost the young man that I'd recognized him to be my cousin Garrett. I don't think I had a single tear left for him when they shipped him back here to the family burial grounds beneath my very feet. Why could I not shed a tear in the realization that I'd lost a childhood playmate, a family member, a true friend? Maybe that was all I needed before I felt the weight of the war pressing down on me and the dreams began. There was no subtlety in the onset of these visions. They came as hard and heavy as one could expect of a fever, but they seemed much different, much more visceral. All I could hear were voices that guided me towards something that would need to be done to save all of us, a grand solution that would save the lives of every creature. These sprawling growths of belief started to seep into my waking moments, and they've drawn back with me to my home. I want to lose this, but I feel the voices are only stronger here. They've driven my madness to places I cannot stand to see myself go. They've drawn me to take the body of a young woman, to betray the only future I wanted with the only woman I wanted it with. God help me, Juliet. Please forgive me one day. I need to find something to satisfy these voices. I need to return to my studies and save whoever it is that must be saved. I need to sleep. This long, and I can still barely look my beloved in the face. I draw away from her every time I need her most, as I know I do not deserve her. Maria continues to concern herself with me at every turn. As much as I do care for the girl, I fear she must not understand my true feelings for our deed. So I hide now in the laboratory I've made in our old cellar. For all the sniveling and self-loathing I've done in my self-appointed isolation, I've begun to work especially hard on this newly spreading disease from the southern of Spain. It's create a key focus on my work. Throughout the days, maybe even given my dreams something to focus on. Perhaps this is the key and the salvation to my weary mind needs. Maybe this is how I'll save us all. My research has been progressing as slow as one could imagine it would for such a new field of study. But perhaps this is where my old dreams may be trying to aid me once more. It seems strange, perhaps, to give any credence to my own delusions, even if I simply try to excuse these actions as feeding a growing hole that my exhaustion has been creating. I think my dreams may actually know something I do not. Upon researching some further notes left by my grandfather, I found what appeared to be a type of blueprint that has come remarkably close to very structures I've seen in my waking delusions. The rational part of me wants nothing more than to place my knowledge of this device as some distant memory of having seen these same blueprints in my medical studies for university. I need some water, this is dense. But the honest part of me knows better. My visions are becoming too prophetic for me to believe them the simple soft-headedness of my war-shaken mind. There must be a reason why they've become so much clearer since my return to the manor. I must continue delving into the catacombs below, where the old notes were held. Every indication is telling me the remnants of the machine are somewhere on the grounds, and grandfather's old journals strongly suggest that he had them crafted for some kind of cure. Himself? What it truly does, or how it could be expected to work, is far beyond anything in my own field of studies, but if I continue to follow the development of his notes, perhaps it would all work out in the end. The more bizarre and detached my research seems to become, the more clearly I can see the dreams. Again, and the clearer images they start to make. I see hints of a design, something that seems utterly alien to me, but at the same time has a familiarity to it, like something I've seen in a much deeper, softer memories, once faded deep in the back of my mind. I just need to listen a bit closer tonight. Maybe I'll hear something clearer. I think I've come to realize what's being asked of me. Alright. They had such a nice house under their house. What the fuck? The house is like trash up there. Everyone lives up there. And then it's like, ah, the catacombs. Yes. Ugh. Shelf with hands and other body parts. A control panel. Sure, let's activate it. No idea what it does. Something is coming. Oh, look, it's Pyramid Head. Am I hiding in a corner, or do I have to fight this thing now? What's up? I think I'm hiding under a desk. It's not super clear, but is this thing now going to chase me for the rest of the game? I guess I hid under the desk. Table of brains that are being studied, okay. Various science equipment, nothing useful. See if I can't open it, okay. Wait. Something back here. Portrait of the man. I don't want to see the portrait of the man, I want to see, okay, I can't do whatever that is. Right. Do I die as soon as I step through here? Is monster still here? Do I run around the catacombs, or do I go back and go fight Dorothy, because I know who she is? Let's check it out. If I die, I can just do it again. Without reading the notes. Which will save time. Okay, this one's lit up. Oh. No. Surgical, there's blood, there's stuff on the other side. It's another first aid kit. Straining table. Dusty stretcher. There's something on the other side. Oh, I can't get. Oh, God. These are fresh. Pile of corpses. Hanging corpse. A hanging corpse. A hanging corpse. Control panel. Let's activate it. Am I gonna have to hide from this thing again? I guess not. Let's just activate all the control panels. Why not? It sort of seems scripted that I'm not gonna have to fight this thing until the very end. Why is this wall different? So probably after knife fight. Nothing useful. Okay, it's locked. Yeah, we probably have to fight her and then we come back here. Or something. There's nothing else down here, so I guess we go back. There's one door we didn't check on the other side last time. So we'll check that door. Keep trying to press E to like open doors and stuff, because that's why I have like it bound to on Silent Hill. I'm trying to play this as if it's Silent Hill, but it definitely is not. sounds running. Look, there is electricity. Okay, we already did all this. It's just a first aid kit and more notes. There was a door here I didn't go in last time. Let's check out this time. Something here. A letter. More notes. Months of trials, months of failures, months of that infernal voice pushing itself deeper and deeper into my brain. With each failed test, the being seems to grow more and more impatient, not being able to figure out how to communicate its help to me, wanting a chance to get its hands on something uniquely corporeal. The long dried and mangled corpses of my ancestors produced very little in the way of true results. The bodies attempting to move, moaning, cracking. At first I thought the enfeebled material was the reason why the being could not occupy them for very long. But as we moved further into the more presently dead, the results did not seem any more promising. More recently dead, oh god. It can't seem to focus on any one corpse long enough to keep a sustained connection, much less apply anything that resembles communication skills, and before too long it's as if the body simply loses the connection, trying to scream in agony before its flesh or lack thereof folds down into another broken pile. In my desperation, I even turned to Cousin Garrett. Everything about the boy looked withered by all the time in this dark decay. There was a moment that I couldn't even see the surgical scars I had left him with. It was almost cathartic in a way. That catharsis was truly ruined, however, when I brought him within range of the machine. Like all the others, it took mere moments before he started moving. And like the others, he refused to stop moving. Garrett's convulsions slowed after mere moments before he began to rise, sitting up for a brief moment, almost as if I had my cousin back. The illusion was quickly shattered when the shrieking began, not uncommon for any of the attempts, but something about it was so much closer to a human, yet so much farther away than... To all my surprise, the creature that was Garrett began shambling upwards, moving towards the stairs. It was as excited as I was terrified. There is something here that I had not expected, something much more. In my disbelief, I'd ignored his movement ever closer to the exit of the basement. Soon he was pulling at the door, attempting to find his way to a world above. I didn't know what to do. As he began to amass against the heavy wooden barrier, it was almost no time before his howls began again. I knew it was a matter of time before the rest of the mana would be lured to the beast. I did my best, in my panic, to turn them away, but I had no means of removing the creature, its strength somehow greater than anything the withering body should have been able to produce. In my desperation, I took the only thing I could think of that might be able to stop him, my old service pistol. It took more shots than any man ever could to finally put it down. No more twisting into discarded flesh, no more crumbling into the same old set of dry skin and bone. This corpse returned to being a corpse. I had to let Garrett down to his rest yet again. So it'll be worth it in the end. It has to be. My research has started to stagnate. The resources are drying out, as is my patience for these repeated failures on the same decrepit meat that I had been forced to abide with. The voices have gotten clearer than ever, trying to guide me to a particular direction that I've been managing to fight off for so long. Why are the sins I filled my life with the last few years not enough for this being? Why does it think that the corpses and parts I've been forced to work with, manipulate, aren't good enough? The failures to keep a host alive long enough is more than obvious now. I fear I have no other option but to give in to its alluring promise to finally end this expansion. I'll need a living host to continue this work. Perhaps at one point this may have shocked me to the point that I would leave this mad search behind, but perhaps it knew that and kept its knowledge from me just long enough to hope my drive would get me past such a moral hard block. Perhaps me knowing this has given me a sort of split that I can escape to in my reasoning, but every time I'm forced to look at that painting of the bastard Cain sitting in his lab staring down at me as if he always knew I'd never succeed his work, I feel just that little bit of pride push me past the barrier that hold my dream to the realms of morality. Thankfully, the being has provided something more than adequate to satiate his hunger. For the better part of this last year, I've heard from the staff, in what little I do hear of them, that strange groups of men have been congregating and asking to see me. My work has been far too important to spare them this time, but thanks to this recent break in my research having been held up for some time, I was able to speak with the ringleader of this growing army of confused zealots, and in this have learned of their reason for being here. They know of the being, and they need my help to contact him. They treat me as if I'm some kind of foretold prophet, which is a position, however laughable, that gives me a level of control over this bizarre situation. When I suggested what I may need to the head zealot, he seemed almost pleased to offer me exactly what I was asking. a short, steady supply of living subjects to continue to use as a catalyst for the research. Perhaps this will do as little good as it always has, but I believe that all my questions will soon have answers. We've been using the hidden entrances to accommodate as many of these subjects as possible for any number of tests. The young, the old, the strong, the infirm, all the subjects only have one thing in common, and that is that they are more than willing to do whatever it may take to see this being into our world. I can't be certain how much of the being's words I can actually take to heart, but I know that this may be all I have left from my research. Perhaps the answer I finally seek is within my grasp. Okay. So all the other people came and were like, yes, use us. Okay, now we have to not fuck up this fight again, I guess. Maybe I'm supposed to just run from her? I feel like I can probably fight her, though. Maybe I'm trying to lead her to here? Maybe instead of walking up to her, I just shoot her from afar. Alright. Let's not mess this up. Oh, there's more statues there. Great. Okay, that didn't work. Dorothy, fuck off! Fuck off. Oh god, she's so fast. She's so fast. Oh! I lost the camera angle. I'm out of... Okay, I have to actually press R to reload. Oh no, I missed. Oh! Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh god. Oh god, okay. We'll take the key ring, yes. Dorothy, she's gone mad. Is she mad, or was she brought back to life by the corpse? Okay, so there's a health pack back here I'm gonna go grab. I'm gonna backtrack for it. And then come back. Oh, the door's locked, so I had to fight. Hopefully there's nothing immediately back here. I think I have to go through the door she was standing at, but... For now, we're just going to use this health pack in case. I should also reload. Oh, I can't move while reloading. Oh. That's good to know. Thank God this is a doctor's house. There's plenty of first aid kits laying around. There's some back in the house that makes me think we have to go back to the house for a fight, because it would be weird. Unless if it's just like, every time you get hurt, you're punished. You have to go like, twice as far back to get back to somewhere you can heal or something. Alright, let's check out what's through this room. Oh, this might lead me out to the other side of the thing, actually. Let's talk about the other way, possibly loop around. Maybe it leads me to that other door that's locked from the other side. And then I do go back to the house, maybe. Not sure. I just don't want to have to fight this thing in that maze, because the camera angles are going to make that atrocious. There's nothing else in here I can, like, take or use, right? We already checked, yeah. Oh yeah, this looks like the door from the other side. I think this does just loop me around. The machine's activated, so I guess I have to go find wherever that is. Maybe it doesn't loop me around. I thought it did. Okay, this is starting to look like... Maybe this door loops me around. That door looks very glowy over there. I'm certain one of these doors will lead me back to where I was. machine here. Turn on the control panel. This is recorded for me, I guess. Okay, so this should attract the thing here, right? Because it's going to know it's turned on. Right? That doesn't... Okay, does that not attract the thing to be like, ah, they've turned on the PA system? Maybe not. Okay, this door looks really big and magnificent, so let's check the other way first, because this seems like it might be the correct way to go. That's the door we came out of, and then another one of these statues. Even locked it from the... Okay, so this is going to be the one that lifts me back, because it specifically mentioned it's from the opposite side, right? Yes, okay. Because this is going to be a much faster way out if I have to, like, run out. So it's good to figure out where this is, I think. I hate these statues. They're This does seem like it could be a neat, short, little survival horror speed game. I might route it sometime. Alright, so this is the machine. There's a bunch of them. I like the, like, glow. A letter, yes. Oh, this is like 2 years later now. The research has progressed at a rapid pace. There is no shortage of work to be done and no shortage of volunteers. Though primitive, the being is able to fully communicate its continued direction to me through the seeming possession of the fresher corpses that have come as a byproduct of our work, and the living hosts have begun to show somewhat different reactions. Symptoms similar to mine from when I'd originally began my work are common in nearly every one of them, but the longer their direct exposure to violence and energy is, the more detached they seem to become mentally. Their reactions seem sharper, but their cognitive functions seem to dumb down to much simpler, more passive series of reactions. They have no problem identifying orders, motions of actual threats, but they frequently seem to forget the answers to questions that they knew just days ago. Some of them, when held to the effects for even longer, begin displaying signs of violent mania, often lashing and attacking other subjects, or often, to their misfortune, me. I do not like wasting my life, much less the life of a subject. Once this mania takes hold, there hasn't been an observable way to bring them back to any kind of lucidity, and certain adjustments must be made to ensure the safety of the others. Troubling as these effects to mental faculties are, the symptoms themselves are getting far worse in other regards. The longer a living subject is exposed to radiation energy of the pylons, the more their physical attributes begin to reflect their strain. Many show signs of sun-damaged skin, though the flesh itself seems to thicken and swell. Is it just like nuclear radiation? Some with boils, some simply to resembling something close to animal hide. Often their limbs will start to show signs of distortion, but seemingly to no awareness of the subject itself. This is also true with many other changes to physical features, be it their facial features distorting or some increased mass to their overall bodies. The entity feigns some kind of ignorance these physical and mental abnormalities when I attempt to probe further on the effects of the engine, but I'm starting to detect a familiar pattern between these cases that is leaving me some kind of increased concern. As fascinating as this progress is, it's creating an uncertainty that wasn't in me before. How long must I wait before the intentions of the machine and its mysterious designers? Their closed lips on the subject have always left me with more excitement than concern, but with the increasing show of these mutations caused by the degenerative cognitive defects that are occurring, I can't help but feel that this was part of their plan, letting me work on the machine until those same effects came back on me. Perhaps this cult that has come to live in my family home understands more about this being than they led me to believe. Okay, we don't need to use this yet. Exploring. Strange machine to facilitate a force field. How can we tell that? We're a genius, apparently. Okay. This is control panel. Turn on the machine. Yes. Nothing happened. Oh, so I must be missing one of the buttons. Yes? It said nothing happened. That's interesting. I've turned all the control panels on, right? Yeah, I turned them all on. Do I have to turn them on in a specific order? Or does one have to be off? All the lights are blue. Scene gauge. Oh. Look up. It's above me. What the fuck? You can see its feet there in the air. It's just sitting there watching me. Is it when I try to leave it's going to attack? Okay, no, there's something... No, that's the first aid kit. Look, you can see its legs. You can see its legs up there. Okay. It's just waiting. I can see where it's sitting. Oh. Okay, so... The machine didn't turn on, so I'm gonna go check those other buttons again. Make sure the two in here are turned on. Maybe it's like, maybe they reset after killing Dorothy, or maybe it's a time thing. I can see it in that room though. I'm gonna have to fight that thing in that room for sure. Okay, I can hear it on in here. Control panel is activated. Have I missed one somewhere? There's 3 levers, so I assume there's 3 control panels. This one I'm pretty sure is activated, but this was the one with the cutscene after, so maybe it wasn't. No, it is. Okay. So the other one was in the lab area back through here. Okay, I'm going to run to the washroom real fast. Oh, hey, I can see my name and stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's interesting. The video styles, survival horror, remastered. This is pretty good graphics and remastered. And then you have VHS. I can't even tell what that says, but it's like 16mm, black and white. Video posterized. You can make it like actually really nice. I assume the remaster is the base version, and then they put the other stuff on top. CRT. Oh, you can put like CRT burn on the scan lines and stuff. And combine them. God, you can make this horribly hard to see. Okay. So I just have to figure out this last puzzle. I think we're near the end of the game. It'd be nice if there's another save spot somewhere, but... Apologies, had to crunch a bit on a granola bar there. I'm starving. Broken test tube. Do I turn that back on, maybe? Yeah, they're all activated. Do I need to leave this on? Or does it just repeat? Oh, do we have to go through it until we get to ourselves? You're looking for Margaret. Bertha? Okay, yeah, and it's not doing the characters we had. But god, that means there is so many. There's other girls before. Oh god. That's not a great thing to think about. Okay. So I don't know what to do. That's very clear. All of those are on, so I don't know why the machine wouldn't work. But maybe we have to try it again. Maybe there's something I had to do in the house. Oh, that'd really suck if I had to go all the way back to the house. I can still see it sitting up there. I hate that so much. I know it's there waiting for me. I don't know, yeah, I know nothing happened. I don't know what to do. I hate this. Can't figure out what to do, but I can figure out where that fucking thing is watching me from. Here's a button I have to press here. Maybe it's this thing? No, broken sonar. I don't understand. I actually just don't understand what to do. All the machines are on. Why won't this thing work? What else must I do? I don't shoot the machine. Oh, is this a place? Is a door? Nope. Oh, I don't understand. Maybe there's something in the morgue, something else I had to do. I actually have no idea what I'm supposed to do right now. Alright. I might have to search it up. So, what I'm seeing here is there might be a broken, something might be a little broken here. Like there might be a broken trigger. Apparently the monster I can see standing up there is supposed to attack me, and then I do the machine. But it's not attacking me, so I don't know what to do. If it's not jumping down. Maybe I have to not run. Maybe I have to just walk in. Walk in like, ooh, I don't know what's going on. We're exploring. Like, I think it might be bugged. 'Cause maybe I missed the trigger for it somewhere, or the trigger broke. Because it's just, running all over and this thing's not dropping down. I can just see him sitting up there, but I can't aim up, so I can't. Like, come on down here. Let me actually. I'm actually gonna watch an end of this video to see, end of a playthrough to see where it's supposed to drop down. They didn't drop down immediately on this person either until they turned a certain way. Okay, so the trigger looks to be really fucked. You have to get your light on it apparently, so you need to like this is what it looked like the trigger was. They just kind of got the flashlight on it. My game is like alt tabbing out and my mouse is not staying on, which is really annoying. Okay. So they did try to use the first aid, so maybe that's important. Maybe you have to look at the first aid first. Like, yeah, the monster just triggered here and came down. Now, this trigger is not working. Come on, monster. Monster. I don't know what to do. It's just not... It's not doing the thing. I can't beat the game if this thing doesn't come down. Okay. So it's like right here, he turns. Like stops and he turns. And it like triggers. I'm trying to get this thing to trigger. But I don't know what else I have to do. This is actually really frustrating and stupid. Like, this is annoying. This is... Hello, Mr. Monster. Mr. Monster. I don't know what to do. It's just... the game seems to be broken. Oh, I could have done tank controls this whole time. The turn... You turn way too fast for tank controls. Holy shit, it's... I have to redo all of this if I, can't get this to spawn. fly up so I'm facing the monster. As I back up, the light should land on him. It doesn't trigger. Hello, Mr. Monster. God, I don't want to redo this whole night. Can you hit you with the flashlight from here? Is that not good enough? I don't know what to do. Like, I can sort of get it here, but it's not. It won't work. The game is broken. I'm trying to Google if anyone else has had this issue, and all I'm getting is Minecraft. Okay. Let's check this person. Okay. It says walkthrough gameplay. Okay, well that's not walkthrough gameplay. It's the same. There's one specific spot where you're supposed to stand, and I've stood there a bunch and it's not working.